Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be showing how I made this simple, easy laser engraving. This is actually for my boss's wife as a Christmas gift. And I had somebody message me on Facebook and ask how I did it. And I'm going to show today with this saying here and this generic wood grain. Now, a lot of people might think you just take it and you just put it on top and it's good to go, but there's a few steps. The first thing that you need to do is come up here to path, go to trace bitmap, and what this is going to do is this is just going to select the letters and it's going to get rid of the background. Once you get rid of the background like this, now see there's no background, so now it actually shows up on the wood. We're going to delete this and we're going to set this aside. We're also going to let's see how that turns out. Yeah, that looks good. Actually, we are going to adjust the threshold a little bit darker. There we go. So now you can see some more of the detail, and we'll get rid of that. And then we will exit out of this. So now, if I was just to take this and put that on there, you're going to lose it in the engraving because whenever it goes to do it, it's just going to blend it together. So to solve this issue, with the letters selected, you come up here to Object, Fill and Stroke, and for the fill, we're going to make it white. Just like that. And yes, that also blends in. And to solve that, we're going to come over here to Stroke Paint. We are going to add a blue stroke. And let's turn that up just a little bit. And what this is going to do, so I use K40 Whisperer, and it's over here, so the vector engrave is registered as being a blue color, vector cut red, and a raster engrave is black. So we are going to select this just so we can see where our bounds are. We're going to put some guides on here so we can center it. So we will put this one here and this one here. So now we know when we make this a little bit bigger. So now we can use the arrow keys on our keyboard and we can do a little fine tuning and line that up. Almost. So there's that one. Now we just gotta move it to the right a little bit. And I went through with this one. I went through and I painted it. This is a 6x6 square. It's just the picture is blown up like crazy. So now that we're happy with that, we're gonna select this, put it down inches. Yeah, see it's at 41 inches. So we're gonna go 6 and hit enter. Oh, it is off by 0.4, so let's get rid of that. So now that is perfectly center. We're going to hit Control, Shift, and R. And what that does is that puts the border, if I was to move this, that puts this around it, the document page. And what that does is that tells, whenever I take it over to K40, that tells me that is going to be, this is where my engraving is going to start, and it's going to engrave inside these bounds. So I'm going to hit File, Save As. We'll do Family Saying 1. How about that? So now if I close this, and my K40 is, my computer kind of sucks, so you have to bear with me sometimes. There we go. Let's open up K40 Whisper again. Go to open and switch this over to SVG. Type in Family Saying 1. computer's really old, so it takes a long time to load or render stuff in. So you can see if we come up here and go to view, we'll zoom to design size. And some of the lines might look a little shaky, but they come out nice and smooth every single time. We can even go to view and show time estimate. So just to cut out with, I normally don't mess with these, with just this being the wood grain. We will see how long, if you do calculate roster time, if you look down here at the bottom, it'll scan it and tell you exactly how long it's going to take. And normally on my machine, it's never often more than a few minutes. So it says 1 hour and 19 minutes. So what I will do is I will just turn that up to 200, and that'll take about 43 minutes on a simple K40. Some machines might run a little bit faster, some a little bit slower. And the only reason it's going to take a while is just because of how spread out everything is. It's not one consistent spot. But this right here is a nice, simple, clean way to do a nice wall hanging, and you can paint these different colors, or you can just leave them plain. On my picture, let me bring it back up. So what I did on this one is I actually painted this whole thing black before engraving the wood grain, and it makes a really nice clean look, and you can paint it any color you want and it'll come out nice. I engraved this. I engraved it around between 150 and 200 millimeters a second. And I think I did it around 15% power, I believe. Some machines obviously are going to be different, but just a little rough idea of how I did this. And after I haven't posted this yet, but after I give this to her as a Christmas gift to my boss's wife, I will be posting this on my Etsy, and I guarantee they're going to sell like hotcakes. Even if I don't paint them, even if they're not exactly like this, a lot of people love having things hanging on their walls. They're perfect for gifts and birthday presents, anniversary presents, and you can literally make it say anything you want. It doesn't have to be something off the internet. They're really nice, and this looks like, yeah, it's not going to be a lot, and I was thinking the same thing about the other one, but once you put it down on wood, it is amazing. It's perfect. And you can do anything. You don't have to do the wood grain in the back. You can do anything you want, and it'll come out looking nice. That is going to be it for today. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you made it this far, please like and subscribe and share. I am still new to this, so any little bit helps. Thank you very much.